Livengood from the Detroit News, who's on the other end of our AT&T line right this moment. Thanks for being available.
Yeah, no problem, Michael Patrick. Yeah, what we know, details are a little bit murky, but Senator Smith was in custody Sunday afternoon in connection with gunshots being fired at the vehicle of a woman described as his ex-wife and current girlfriend. I'm not going to get into that issue, but essentially, the chief of police, James Craig in Detroit, confirmed to the Detroit News that there is an ongoing investigation, and police investigators searched his house Sunday afternoon and left carrying a black plastic bag with a long object that could be described maybe as a shotgun of some sort or a long gun. So that's the extent of the details that we have at this point. An unusual case, and right now also he is being represented by Godfrey Dillard, a prominent Detroit attorney who, as many people know, ran for Secretary of State last year. So we're waiting to hear from Mr. Dillard this morning.
Was she hurt? If in fact he shot at her?
No, she was not. She was not hurt, but at least one bullet did hit the vehicle, or when if in fact it was a shotgun, it wasn't some type of spray of bullets. And again, at this point, Senator Smith is just being held as a suspect, but not been charged or formally arrested.
Do you know him well?
A little bit. I mean, he's a state senator from Detroit. I just talked to him recently about his legislation trying to get at lowering auto insurance rates, kind of a big issue. He just kind of teamed up with Mayor Mike Duggan on that issue. So he's a little quieter of a state senator, I would say. I mean, and he ran a pretty tough reelection last August. He had a primary challenge from State Representative Rashida Tlaib. He emerged the winner in a district that was, by most accounts, drawn for him. He's got one of these odd districts that it starts in the north side of Detroit from 8 Mile, and then essentially it's an I-shaped, capital I-shaped district, and it cuts through the middle of Detroit, and it goes down to Allen Park and Lincoln Park and Southgate. It's an unusual district, and he's also his father served for 20 years in the State House, Virgil Smith Jr., who was a judge in Wayne County now.
It's a terribly unpleasant story. Obviously, a very complicated personal situation. What happens next, and what happens to his Senate seat if it sticks?
Well, if he were to be charged and ultimately convicted, the Senate can move to kick him out, dispel him from the Senate. This has happened in the past. It's been a while, but that's probably a little ways away from now. And at this point, he's just a suspect or person of interest in this issue. And this shooting took place sometime about 1 a.m. Sunday morning. So news broke yesterday morning after daylight about this incident outside the senator's home.
Okay, thanks for taking the call. I know the next. Is it difficult to get information in a case like this from the Detroit police?
Yeah, I mean, I was.
Is it our business? Really, is the question, right?
Well, yes, it is our business. I mean, if it was a public official involved in some kind of an incident, whether it's a drunk driving or unloading a gun in an urban area on a street, that's definitely the public's business. But yeah, it is difficult to get information from any police in any kind of incident in which there's not been formal charges or a formal arrest announced. So, I mean, myself and three other reporters of the Detroit News were working on this story yesterday. So, trying to get information, especially with contact with the senator. Seemed to have been his close aides were not returning phone calls. So, it was, it is difficult, but we pieced together some pretty good sourcing on this, and confirmed with the police chief that there was an active investigation underway Sunday afternoon.
The next person you expect to hear from is Mr. Dillard?
So we're waiting for his phone call to see what's going on.
Okay, thank you very much, Chad Livengood, the Detroit News, on State Senator Virgil Smith.